Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video. In this video we're going to be looking at adding fractions. Well, it seems fairly straightforward, right, to add fractions. Why don't we just add the numerator and add the denominator? Why wouldn't that work? Well, if we look at the example, we're taking 1/2 plus 1/4, and if we add them, you can visually see that that is equal to 3/4. It doesn't equal to 2/6. In fact, 2/6 is the same as 1/3, which is considerably less than 3/4. So why can't we do it? Well, if we think back to our comparing fractions, we can't really compare fractions unless we make the denominators the same. And it's only when we've made the denominators the same that we can actually see what we're doing. In this case, if we think of it more in the case of 1/2 is the same as 2/4, then it's fairly straightforward. If you've got 2 apples and you add 1 apple, then you have 3 apples. Again, if you've got 2/4 and you add 1/4, you've got 3/4. So once we make the denominator the same, it's a lot more clear why we can't just add the numerators and the denominators. This is because the denominators tell us how many parts make up a whole, and the numerators tell us how many of those parts we actually have. So we can't add the fractions until we've made the denominators the same. Okay, so let's try another question. How about 1/4 plus 3/7? Again, the first thing we do is to make the denominators the same. So in this case, the easiest thing is just to multiply the denominators. So we've got 4 and 7, so if we multiply them together we get 28. This way we know that 28 is a multiple of both 4 and 7. So we know that we can get a whole number of 4s in 28, and we can get a whole number of 7s in 28. So whatever it is we did to the 4 to make it into a 28, that's what we need to do to the 1. In this case, we multiplied 4 by 7 to make 28, so we need to multiply the 1 by 7, and that makes 7. So 1/4 is the same as 7/28. Again, with the 3/7, we had to multiply the 7 by 4 to get 28, so we have to multiply the 3 by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12, so 3/7 is the same as 12/28. Okay, so we've got the fractions in a comparable state. We can just add the numerators. So we've got 7/28 and we've got 12/28, so we can just add them together and that gives us 19/28. So 1/4 plus 3/7 is equal to 19/28. Okay, well, so much for the theory. Let's have a go at putting that into practice. Let's say add 6/7 plus 1/4. And let's see what we get. Well, 7 times 4 is 28, so this is going to be over 28. So 6 times 4 is 24, and 1 times 7 is 7. So we've got 24/28 plus 7/28. And that is equal to, I haven't got space, so I'm going to write it in here. So 24 plus 27 is 31 over 28, which is actually more than 1. So that's actually equal to 1, which is 28 over 28, and then whatever's remainder, which is 31 minus 28, which is 3. So that's 1 and 3 over 28. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's do the one we opened up with, which is 1/2 plus 1/4. And let's just multiply the denominators. 2 times 4 is 8. So we've got 1 times 4 is 4. So we've got 4/8 plus 2/8. So when we add these together, we get 6/8. But hang on, that's not the same as what we got when we did it in the theory, is it? Well, yes it is, because if we remember, we can simplify fractions. If we break this 6 down to its prime factors, 6 is equal to 2 times 3, and 8 is equal to 2 times 4. I won't break the 4 down into just 2 times 2, so we end up with 2 to the power 3. I'm just going to cancel these two 2's, and you can see that that is equal to 3/4. So 6/8 is the same thing as 3/4. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Why don't you make up some fractions of your own and practice adding them up? And good luck with your exams and your revision, and I'll see you in a future video.